Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yo, Base Guru, next time for driving first. Video gaming for you. Love the beard. Hey, thanks, man. Happy you're here. Good to see you. Alright, so I got access to a thing on YouTube, but I don't know how well it's going to work because the vertical stream looks a little weird. I don't know what's... It's automatically capturing it? I'm not really sure. I don't know. We're trying it out. It might be rough today. Let's see how it goes. It's a little delayed, too. That's weird. It's super weird. Alright, anyway. Alright, let's finish getting things set up, and we'll get started. Some game news. Watching these things are good in your end. Well, that's good. It's just not picking up some of these chats. Music's a head bump. It's perfect. I just wish there was a way I could like edit this. I don't know if TikTok chats are gonna show. I'll try one more time. It's no, Nero, it's not. Rocket, good to see you this morning. Why is that not showing in social stream? What's going on here? Yo, thanks, dude. Appreciate the supports. Alright, it says you're number one, Rocket, so I'm hoping the chat messages actually show. Hey, thanks for the hydrate. I'm gonna stop it and restart. Legacy?
Welcome back.
Hey, it's good, dude. Appreciate it. We've not seen that channel point in a while. Thanks, Space Guru. Alright. Well, that pulled a bunch of them. Are you close? Not quite, Nero. We'll talk about it. We'll talk to it. Well, it's actually gonna be our first story to talk about today. Up here, we'll just jump right into the cover story, as it were. Danny Games, good to see you, man. How's it going? I had to pull out an oldie. I thought about getting rid of some of these, and I'm glad you did it. Alright, what's going on? We're gonna see how this vertical stream works.
Watch your profanity.
Ooh wee. Oh man, good to see y'all this morning. A nice active chat going here. That's good. That's good. All right. Well, Let's just chatting. I just want to see what's gonna happen. I am gonna be in a great mood all day. That doesn't show on the vertical feed at all. That's great. That's awesome. I love it. You're good at this My Hero game? Cool. Alright, what's up everybody? Good to see y'all this morning. I hope you're having a great day. We are going to talk about some game news. Got quite a few stories to talk about. I hope you all had a great weekend. Yeah, I'm running very late this morning. The drain pipe from my dishwasher that connects to the sink, or I guess it connects to the garbage disposal, but anyway, it all connects together to go to the plumbing. I just disconnected at some point, and I ran the dishwasher this morning, and there was water everywhere, and it was gross, and I had to clean that up. So that was, I'm still a little paranoid about it. I keep going and check it to see if it's working correctly or not. And so this morning has been a disaster of a Monday already. So I figured we'll try to make the stream work. I have work today, and then other things to do after work, but we'll try to make it happen. All right, I don't know what's going on here. This tab is being very odd. No, quit. Okay, anyway. Yeah, let's get started on game news. We'll shift into news mode, so channel points won't be as obnoxious. Monday Blues for sure, dude. Yeah, absolutely. And then we'll go into news view. I don't know why I need to jump here. You guys already see what's going on. But let's see how this looks. See, that's where it's going to be weird for the vertical. It's not. It's just going to be like this odd thing. Anyway, I got to turn on the desktop anyway. All right, so for our first topic today, as the title says, Xbox was outsold by a little-known Kinect-style console during Black Friday. I've seen this, like, this is making the rounds, all right? And I have seen this device in Walmart next to the Xboxes and PlayStations and Nintendo stuff. You know, like, it's in the electronics section of Walmart. It's got a prominent shelf space. I need to take a screenshot real quick of how this is looking, because like this is bunk. All right, anyway, yeah, so this thing apparently outsold the Xbox, which isn't surprising. I mean, you know, it seems like with how Microsoft's pushing Xbox, my left shoe could outsell the Xbox consoles on Black Friday. You know, like it's one of those things. Like Xbox's ambition seems gone. They had no Black Friday sales for hardware, as far as I could tell. Also, limited availability of hardware during one of like what I would think is a very critical time for Microsoft to try to get, you know, a decent number of sales, right? Let's see, everything's on Xbox, so this counts. I mean, I guess technically. But the article goes on to talk about Circana data shared on social media suggests that the family console Next Playground, which is this little box here, took 14% of the market for the week ending November 29th. PlayStation 5 dominated Black Friday week hardware sales, accounted for 47%, which is likely driven by discounts, which were okay. It was a decent sale. It wasn't phenomenal. And Switch 2 ranked second with 24%, meaning Xbox took less than 14%, which is just something, for sure. The Next Playground is an Android-powered console launched in 2023, which features a motion camera similar to Microsoft Kinect, which was a cool little device that I thought would be really awesome. But as in true Microsoft fashion, they pulled the plug way too early and decided that, you know, yeah, we're just not going to support this thing at all. And that was that. The Playground's been quietly growing in popularity in the U.S. market and even briefly outsold PlayStation 5 in the week before Black Friday, which that would make sense because there are people that are like, we're going to buy it because this thing's not going to be available. And there are people probably not buying PlayStations because Black Friday was literally the next week. But I find it interesting that it outsold PS5 and Xbox at different points for various reasons. But should we be paying attention to this thing? And this is like the justification, right? This is from Christopher Dring on X. Although it may be true, it's worth noting that Xbox was not competitive with its pricing over Black Friday, and it seems like there isn't a huge amount of stock in circulation. So it's as much to do with Xbox's ambition with its consoles as it is with consumer demand. It's very true, you know. They've really gone off the wayside with the console push, and I don't know why. Like the Series X and S are fantastic pieces of hardware. They run games very well. You know, I use the Series X in our living room very frequently for more than just gaming. I mean, it's our Blu-ray player. It streams, and when I play the games I'm playing on it, all run really well. I have no real issues with it. So I don't understand why people are dunking on the Xbox so hard, except that they keep telling us that it doesn't matter where you're at. You can play on PlayStation now. And so like the general consensus is Xbox is done, right? But from like a hardware perspective, it's one of the best Xboxes they've ever made. Anyway, PlayStation 5, the big winner of Black Friday 2025 in the UK, with the console taking 62% of the console market during the week. Series S and X accounted for 10% of the market during Black Friday week. Nintendo Switch took a 23% share. That's UK numbers. In the UK, a standard PS5 console was priced 21% lower compared to 2 weeks previously, while the digital version was 34% lower. PS5 Pro, which was on sale at an all-time low price, had its best week outside of its launch. So there's that. I'm kind of surprised that the PS5 Pro went on sale at all. Good to see you, Brent. Thanks for joining. But I wanted to know more about the next playground. I want to know what this thing is. Right, Base Guru nailed it. It's exactly what I was thinking. What is this thing? I've seen it in Walmart, right? I've seen displays for this thing, and you look at it and you go, that's not what I'm looking for in Walmart. I'm a real gamer. I don't want this. So go to the website. Let's get some more info. And it's a kids and family targeted piece of hardware, right? Like that's all this is. It's targeted towards kids and families, and that is gonna make them go a long way, right? Like that's huge. I'm sorry, I hit a button and I broke something. But anyway, so I was just kind of diving in. I want to know more about this thing. Apparently, it's running Android. So next playground, say hello to smart little cube with active games to turn your living room into an arcade, gym, dojo, theme park, and more. All right, there's that. We'll get to the price in a moment, Base Girl. We will jump to that because that is a key factor. It's been featured on The Verge, New York Times, Forbes. Like people are talking about this thing apparently. You know, there's a trailer that just shows off gameplay. Here's where if I saw it at Walmart without any info, I would assume it's a cheap knockoff. Right? Okay, denial it as well. Like same thinking. Like it's just something. You know, it's a new platform. It's not going to stick. Look at the like apps they're showing us here in their little like size. You know, they've hit all the kid brands. You got Bluey, Kung Fu Panda, Barbie, Ninja Turtles, Gabby's Dollhouse. Like all of this, kids are already aware of like most of these things, right? And so like it's like no wonder people are like, you know, excited about this thing in some way. Families especially though, like parents going, hey, my kid likes games on the tablet, and you know, this is stuff that they know, and they won't be on a tablet or sitting in front of the TV just sitting there. You know, like the idea is smart, right? Like I think that makes sense. It's got a subscription, so the monetization is there. Play Pass unlocks the full catalog and delivers new games. It's Game Pass. Game Pass is on this thing, so Xbox is cooked, right? Like, what the heck? So let's go to buy now. Let's just jump to the price. $250. $249. Apparently, it regularly drops below that. We can jump to Amazon and see. Out of stock. You can't even buy it right now. This is a hot Christmas item. So I don't even know how to tell. Let's see. What does Walmart say? Because I've seen these things in our Walmart. $249. You know, same thing. I wanted to look at specs on this thing. That's what I want to know. I don't think they have that on this website. Let's just go to here. It's sold out everywhere. Like, this thing is a hot commodity, right? So no wonder it outsold everything. Everything. I say no wonder it outsold Xbox. No wonder it's a, like, you know, it's making waves somewhere. People are aware of this thing apparently, or they're just in limited supply. Chinese spy device, very possible. It's got a camera built in. It does have a privacy cover, so there's that. I'm trying to find. I just want to see some specs. All right, I guess we'll take to the Google. Oh! Yo, Lulu May coming in with a raid. Let's go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good morning, Raiders. Welcome in. We're talking game news. All right, so if Gemini is to be trusted, which it isn't, it looks like the next playground is an 8-core. Hey, Miss Top Player. Thank you for the support on TikTok with the heart me. Next playground is an 8-core ARM CPU, 64 gigs of internal storage, ultra wide angle camera with AI motion tracking. That's according to them. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot in terms of like just a spec sheet. They're probably it's an Android device, so what is there to know? I guess is the point I'm trying to make. This thing outsold Xbox though. The week before Black Friday, it outsold PlayStation 5 hardware. It sold out everywhere, and the marketing is perfect. Mom just got this for your kids for Christmas. We're literally talking about, like, why is this thing popular? Like, what is going on here? So my question is this like a new challenger in the console space, or is this a trend, right? We've seen motion gaming come and go. The Wii really drove us home with motion gaming and then Kinect gave us the controller-free version, which didn't last. Everything felt like a tech demo. A lot of the gyro control stuff moved into VR. The Switch kept it with the Joy-Cons. It's got a lot of appeal. The branding is on point. They've got a lot of support from known brands, and the kid marketing is like on point. The emphasis kid game is key. I know, dude. Like, that's it. That is it. I just enjoy that Lulu May is like, hey, my mom got this. Like, that's just perfect. So, yes, Microsoft has really dropped the ball in a big way to get outsold by this thing, but also this thing has a lot of support behind it. Being the Android platform makes it probably super easy to make games for. I'd be willing to bet a lot of the games on here are all the same game, skinned up a little different. I mean, you got some pretty decent looking variety here. Fruit Ninja is a big seller. I mean, imagine, 15 years ago saying Fruit Ninja was going to be relevant in 2025. And here you are, like, they're making bank. Fruit Ninja has already made their money. Nothing to worry about there. All these brands though, this is literally like going to do well as long as it's, decent hardware and kids eat it up. Watch Nintendo come for it being a cube. We own cubes. But yeah, so it's interesting, right? Like, maybe I'm missing something. I have no desire to buy one of these. While I was getting this all together, my kid was like looking at it with me, and she's like, "Oh, those games look fun." I was like, "Yeah, they might be." Playing ranked alongside listening. Hey, you know what? The listen helps so much. I appreciate it, Top Player. I hope you're having a great day. Good luck with your ranked games. I haven't been on Unite in a little bit. I need to get back on there, but I appreciate you being here. But yes, I would absolutely laugh if Nintendo was like, it's a cube. Lawsuit time. All right, let's move on to our next thing, because this is weird. I don't know. Very interesting. Other big news, we talked about this on the gaming roundtable over on Ginger's channels, Ginger Prime's channels last Friday. But Netflix is set to buy Warner Brothers next year. They currently have the highest bid. After weeks of accepting bids from potential suitors, it's been announced that Netflix is set to buy Warner Brothers in 2026. The deal is expected to close after Warner Brothers Discovery completes its split into two separate companies. Imagine this. First, before we get into like kind of what I think on this, Warner Brothers and Discovery merge into this big megacorp, and things don't pan out, and now they're splitting into two separate companies, and Warner Brothers is being like billed as the like hot commodity here. Netflix coming in and buying this is it's both awful and probably the best thing to happen to Warner Brothers at this point. I hope they don't kill the brand off. But how often do we see a company merge and then it's like, we need to unmerge. We need to split into more companies. So in a joint press release on Friday, it was revealed that Netflix will be acquiring only the streaming and studios side of the split as part of the $82.7 billion deal. That means, based on previously announced details, Netflix will own Warner Brothers games. That means studios like NetherRealm, Mortal Kombat, Rocksteady, the Batman Arkham games, Traveler's Tales games, all of the Lego games, and Avalanche will likely all soon fall under the Netflix games umbrella. Today's announcement combines two of the greatest storytelling companies in the world to bring even more people the entertainment they love to watch the most. Warner Brothers Discovery President and CEO David Zaslav said. Netflix co-CEO Greg Peters added, "This acquisition will improve our offering and accelerate our business for decades to come." There's a really good TikTok I saw. It's the meme that went popular over the summer where they were like, it's the cartoon of the dudes like I can't remember. They're like summoning like a demon or whatever, but the audio went viral. But the whole cartoon is kind of like unsettling when you watch it. But the audio, they're like scatting or whatever, like, you know, like Scatman, not pooping everywhere. I don't know why I needed to specify that. We know what we're talking about here. Anyway, this is a family-friendly show. Anyway, it was that, and they're like, we finally revived cable, and that's how I read this. The shoe body bop is what it was, right? Like that audio reviving cable, and that's all I could think when reading this stuff, because this is what we've got. Our global reach and proven business model, we can introduce a broader audience to the worlds they create, giving our members more options, attracting more fans to our best-in-class streaming service, strengthening the entire entertainment industry, and creating more value for shareholders. Ouch! My wallet! Like, this all I hear is, all the streaming services are about to get more expensive. And then the gaming side of it, like those studios are going to be locked into whatever they're doing even harder, right? Like I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of room for innovation here. We got to provide value for the shareholders. Because if you look at this Warner Brothers business overview, film and TV studios includes Warner Brothers and then DC. Established TV franchises and libraries, so stuff like Friends and Big Bang Theory. HBO and HBO Max. Games and consumer product and experiences. Well, that's a weird and. Games, we know what games are. And consumer product, that's like merch and experiences. Is that like theme parks? Like, I don't know. Two of the most popular all-time film franchises, Harry Potter, Superman, TV production, Abbott Elementary, Jetsons, Game of Thrones, Running Point. Why is the Jetsons including in there? Like, yes, love the Jetsons, love the Flintstones, classic cartoons. Literally, Netflix could just put Looney Tunes on and I would watch it. Like, that would be my favorite part of the acquisition. It's just interesting, right? Like, this is gonna Netflix is about to raise prices. That's all I see in this announcement. It's worth mentioning that while the deal mentions a full acquisition of Warner Brothers, which is set to be the name of the streaming and studio side of the company, there was no mention of the games division in the press release. Insider Gamers reached out to Warner Brothers and Netflix for clarification. Should a response be received, it'll be added to the story. So basically, we don't know what they're doing. Oh, it says update 8:35 a.m. Eastern Time. Netflix has confirmed it will include Warner Brothers games. So yes, it will include Warner Brothers games. I'm just wondering what happens. If I lose my Max subscription, then it may even out. Right, like if it's one less subscription but a slight price increase, that might balance out. But more likely, we're going to get a bundle, right? Why go one subscription when we could charge them twice for the same content? You know, look at Disney and Hulu. Now that Disney owns so much of what built Hulu, it doesn't even matter, right? Like it's all just trash at this point. Like everything is just converging into a more expensive version of cable, because it's like, then they have the audacity to show me ads. I pay for Disney Plus, and I occasionally get ads that are advertising their own things. We haven't ever had a WB service, so I wouldn't be thrilled about Netflix going up. Right, like it would just be, hey, we have to offset the cost, and we're passing that expense down to you, our customer. That's all I'm seeing. I'm hoping that the gaming side is allowed to kind of develop and pursue a little broader, maybe some more experimental stuff. But knowing how the focus is on shareholder value, it's going to be super safe and super locked down for these guys, and I hope it works out. It's kind of eerie to see this merger happen. It might be good for DC. It might be good for, streamer, like people who just have. Most everybody only has streaming services now. But if you only have Netflix, hey, there might be a benefit here. But if you have multiple services, I think this is going to be a concern. Right? This is going to be a big yikes. All right, let's move on. We have some smaller stories to talk about. Let's see here. I don't even know. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond unlocks basic feature behind $30 amiibo. So this is kind of a dumb choice from Nintendo. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is finally in the hands of players worldwide after years of waiting, but players have uncovered that a basic feature is locked behind an amiibo figure. So, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Desert Music locked behind amiibo purchase. As pointed out by Luke Steffens on Twitter, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond's Music in the Desert, an area explored while driving the Viola bike, is absent unless you purchase the $29.99 Samus amiibo. Nintendo's product description lists background music as a perk from owning the Samus amiibo, along with the ability to activate a shield that will block up to 99 damage and fully restore Samus's life once per day. That's dumb. The description doesn't inform you, however, that without the amiibo figure, the desert landscape in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will be eerily silent and offers nothing if you haven't splashed out on the figure. There are also 2 other amiibo figures to purchase to get additional bonuses in the game, with the Samus and Viola figure providing customizable colors, the ability to check total distance travels, and a once per day increase to the rate of regeneration for Viola's boost energy. The final figure, it's not Cyrax, it's Silex, but okay. Cyrax is a Mortal Kombat character, but good try. Who wrote this? Josh, over at Insider Gaming. I hope you're watching this video. What the heck, dude? You gotta know your audience here. Cyrax is Mortal Kombat. We're talking about Metroid. Anyway. Allows you to see the full version of the movies that are shown in fragments throughout the game once you've completed it, a feature that is otherwise locked behind achieving a 100% scan rate and item collection rate. So the other figures, what they unlock is fine, whatever. I don't know. I'm not feeling the, hey, you don't get background music in the desert, which I think is just like a radio function. You don't need amiibo, it unlocks after the game. Well, there you go. It's still weird that it's an early unlock. It's like DLC, but early. I don't know. It's odd. I think it's a big nothing burger overall, but I see why people would be upset initially. But going off your gut reaction is never a good idea, right? Like, I am not buying the game because I can't have music for a part of the game. It's like, well, you don't. Like, there's more to it than that. You can get it eventually. It's probably not that big a deal. I haven't played the game yet. I need to pick it up. I'd like to try to go pick it up today, but I don't know. Feels emblematic of the way companies squeeze out more money. Exactly, Denali. That's exactly what's going on here. If you buy the amiibo, which add functionality to your games, that by add we mean we relocated the functionality from this part of the game to the figure, and then it's added back in. You know, and yeah. You wonder why, like, Activision pulled the plug on Skylanders, and it's because people got tired of buying a new game every year and a new, like, 75 figure set just to do 100%. Monster Pup, welcome in. Good morning. How much time is in that desert? I don't know, Rocket. Video Gaming for You says it's not a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. It seems like it's a hub world. You'll be traversing back and forth in it. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I can't speak to that. But I'm definitely hoping to find out soon. All right. Let's check out, could Mario Kart World be getting DLC soon? This is something we've all been kind of hoping for and waiting on. According to the latest developments, fans think Mario Kart World might be getting a Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC soon. Mario Kart World's been out for a few months now, released alongside Nintendo's new console, the Switch 2. The title has been performing really well, with sales nearly on par with Nintendo Switch 2 itself. Now players are hungry for some DLC content, and it seems like there's a chance we might get one soon. Mario Kart World Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC on the way, spotted by Games Radar. There have been some interesting developments in the past day, leading fans to speculate Mario Kart World is getting a DLC. So here's what's new. Mario Wiki has been updated with new information revealing that Donkey Kong Bonanza's main villain, King K. Rool's animation, has been added to the Nintendo Today app, set to play from December 15th, which is after the Game Awards. What's interesting is that Nintendo has avoided marketing Donkey Kong Bonanza's King K. Rool until now, and the decision to add the character's animation to the app after the Game Awards has fans wondering if an announcement might be on the way. What's more, King K. Rool's voice actor, Sugo Mogami, and Void Kong's voice actor, Yu Hayashi, were spotted in Mario Kart World's credits as well. However, players should note that this is speculation and that there has been no official news from Nintendo confirming or even hinting at a Mario Kart World Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC. It's the meme of the guy, was it Charlie Day, with all the red string, and he's like pointing and like making a crazy face. It's that meme when we see rumors like this. They're connecting threads that may or may not exist. However, the Game Awards would be the time to announce Mario Kart World DLC. I just wonder if it's new tracks or more characters. Maybe both wouldn't be a bad thing. But given how Mario Kart World is set up, does adding tracks interfere with the game? They just released a big update last week that reworked some of the transitional courses or transitional time between tracks when you're doing like Grand Prix and stuff. So I'm wondering how that works overall, right? Like, does that are they preparing to throw some new content on the existing map, or are they expanding the map in a way? Like, I don't know. They could pull a Fortnite approach and just redo the island every so often, and they change up how the tracks work. I hope they don't do that, but maybe there's something good in the works. I don't know. But yeah, DLC would be good. We've all been kind of wondering if there's going to be DLC, right? Because Mario Kart World just, it's fine. It's a good Mario Kart game. I just think we got so used to Mario Kart 8 that we're wondering what else is there. Because the open world exploration part of Mario Kart World leaves a lot to be desired. You know, the unlocks were not great. I think the emphasis being on the emblems, and then the skins you can get in regular, you know, playing Grand Prix. You can get them online, or you can get them by exploring the world. Like, okay, like the character variants and stuff. That's fine. I feel like the overworld left a lot to be desired, and didn't, like, the missions were cool. It's just the rewards weren't really worth it, right? Like, that's, I don't know if anybody else feels that way. That's definitely how I feel, though. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Banjo-Kazooie Mumbo Mania is a new PlayStation-only game playable in Dreams. I watched the trailer for this, and I was just going to show it. It's kind of insane. Dreams is still a thing, on PS4 and PS5. You can make games. It's a game maker thing. So I love Banjo-Kazooie. I will eat this stuff up. But I watched this and I'm thoroughly impressed with what they made here. Just think, this is what a new Banjo-Kazooie could look like, right? If Microsoft and Rare actually cared at all. But my thoughts are they don't. This doesn't increase shareholder value. It just makes people happy. It looks so cool. Like, it's so, like, well thought out. He turned into a cannon and launched himself out of the cannon. How does that work? That looks cool. Dreams is insane. Like, I remember when it first came out, people making all sorts of copyright infringing stuff, like Mario mods and things. People were doing Sonic clones in there. Like, it was all sorts of stuff. But that looks cool. That was wild. I thought it was neat. I love Banjo-Kazooie. I would love a new game. Microsoft / Rare / anyone willing to do the work, like this guy or team of people. I don't know. Spent a lot of time in Dreams making this. Imagine that. Imagine what a full studio could do. All right, let's talk about our next thing. I don't know why I included this. I mean, I play enough Fortnite. I figured it'd be worth talking about. 5-player squads are coming to Fortnite eventually, according to leaks. Really, I mean, the headline says it all. That 5-player squads, it may be a limited time mode. It's looking likely. I don't want to jump too deep into like rumors and speculation. I just think having a 5-player team would be really fun because 4 is good and chaotic, so 5 would be gooder and more chaotic-er. Right? Bad grammar was intentional, but yes. That's my thinking there. I don't know. Could be good. All right, let's talk about some AI. Because Postal game developer shuts down after its project was canceled due to allegations of generative AI use. The publisher's co-owner initially said people accusing the studio of using AI were ignorant a-holes. We've seen Six and Blitz already. See, Rocket? They just need to keep adding more people to teams. Our studio working on the next game in the Postal series, which I've never played, I don't know anything about, has been shut down after the project was canceled by the publisher following accusations that the studio was using generative AI. After an announced trailer for Postal Bullet Paradise, developed by Goonswarm Games, what a studio name, was posted last week, numerous players suggested that some elements of the trailer's artwork may have been created using generative AI. Following the allegations, Postal series publisher Running with Scissors initially denied the claims, with co-owner Mike Jarrett Schachter, telling people on the publisher's Discord that they're ignorant a-holes if they believe generative AI was used. Responding to Discord users who continued to claim it was AI, Dude responded, "It's literally not. Sorry guys, your dream is wrong. Dead blank wrong." Meanwhile, Running with Scissors community manager Zeron told one Discord member that you can't even read these comments. They were an artard for believing generative AI was used. Developer Goonswarm Games responded to players by posting what it claimed were work-in-progress files proving the artwork was created manually, but some were also suspicious that these appeared to be questionable, with some accusing them of tracing over the existing art. In a statement to PC Games In, I don't know who that is. No generative AI was used for the reveal trailer or for the game. All assets were created by our human artists using standard tools. We've already shared layered PSDs, work in progress files, and other materials to confirm this. Any mistakes or rough spots in those files are being misinterpreted as proof of AI, but they simply reflect the normal human art creation process. Despite initially defending the developer and criticizing those making accusations, however, Running with Scissors eventually posted a statement on X which it appeared to backtrack on its defense of Goonswarm Games, saying its trust in the studio was broken and the game had been canceled. Interesting. Okay, so the strong feedback from them is that elements of the game are very likely AI generated and thus has caused extreme damage to our brand and our company reputation. We've always been and will always be transparent with our community. Our trust in the development team is broken, therefore we've killed the project. We have a lot of good things coming. Some you know and some you don't. Seemingly referring to the attacks on its community, the publisher added, "We'd like, of course, to apologize to anyone who felt insulted in the heat of the moment. We thank you for raising concerns at this time. As for those who specifically sent us death threats, the apology does not apply." Jeez Louise. Following Running with Scissors' statement, developer Goonswarm Games then announced it was shutting down entirely while still maintaining its claim that it didn't use generative AI for Postal Bullet Paradise. Our project and everything we built over the past 6 years was canceled in just a few days. Our studio was mistakenly accused of using AI-generated art in our games, and every attempt to clarify our work only escalated the situation. In the last few hours, we received a large number of threats, insults, and mockery, which pushed us towards a very difficult decision. We're truly sorry for the artists who put their soul into this and supported our studio, only to face false AI accusations. It's tough to pour so much energy into a game and end up caught in the middle of an AI war by accident. We decided to shut down the studio and end all future activities. Thank you for being with us. Stay strong, play games. I've never heard of this studio, so good luck, I guess. I don't know. It sucks that the studio closed, that people lost their jobs. Studio posted another statement conceding that some generative AI was indeed used, but only for promotional art, which it claims was created by external artists. We want to start with a sincere apology to everyone affected by this situation, the community, our partners, and especially the artists who supported us, it wrote. The last few days have been overwhelming as a small studio suddenly pushed into the spotlight. We reacted emotionally and defensively. The accusations came as a shock, and we needed time to breathe, look at everything calmly, and understand what truly happened. After taking the time and conducting an internal review, this is weird. It's just going to keep going. What I wanted to round out this whole thought process with, because it's kind of it kind of deflates the point I wanted to make, because they admitted that some AI was used, even in promotional stuff. They were very staunchly like, no AI. And it's like, okay, actually there was some AI. Here's what I wanted to say. If the reaction to even suspecting AI use... Worked game, thanks for this up. If the reaction to even suspected AI use is cancellation in the social media canceled sense, or in the sense of publishers ending a project or ending support, that kind of traditional cancellation, that is wild. I'm kind of for it in a sense, because if it looks like AI and then they're telling you it's not AI, but you still think it looks like AI, cool. But we had to be careful, because if somebody is going to say, hey, we didn't do the thing, and it really means that they didn't do the thing. Hey, Harold, thanks for the raid, man. Good to see you this morning. But if they really didn't do the thing, then we're going to get people falsely canceled, right? People are going to be pushed out of the space all because of a hunch, or some internet sleuth is going to be all, up in arms over, oh, look, it looks like AI because it's blurry here or whatever, and I don't know. I'm not for that angle of it. And that's what I think we have to be very, very careful of if we're going to react this way to AI. The real danger of AI art. Thank you so much. I'm just featuring the whole comment while I read it. It's fine if you use it and say so, or if you don't use it. The uncertainty causes problems, though, especially if the company doesn't know what's really going on. So that's kind of what I was getting at. I don't have a problem if somebody uses art or AI-generated art. What I start to have a problem with is, were you open about it? Are you upfront about it? Am I playing something that was mostly generated by AI or written by a person? You know, like especially when it comes to like entertainment, maybe not so much tool sets, but even still, like I'd like to know somebody who worked on this and knows how it works and can explain it, and I don't have to talk to AI to understand it. You know, like that's kind of where I'm at with this. If the reaction and there's going to be people in both camps, no matter what. I mean, that's every topic. There's going to be people that are like, it's not a big deal. Like, why are you getting mad about it? Yeah, sure. You know, why are we getting mad about it? There are some people who are like, no, that should not be a project. That needs to be abandoned, and it's going to get worse the more like vocal people are. And the fact that the publisher like maybe did some internal investigation and went, let's just avoid this whole drama. Cancel culture fueled by the AI war, just what society needed. No, it's indeed what I'm getting at here. It's just like, we already don't know definitively most of the time, and then there are times where we know, like, this is clearly AI because the physics don't make sense or whatever, and it's what a time to be alive, everybody. Just what we needed. More unprecedented times to live through. Yeah, I don't know. But let's move on because we got more AI to talk about. Okay, so there was a trailer for Shenmue 4 that came out, but it was fake. It's completely AI generated. So Yu Suzuki Studio considering legal action over fake Shenmue 4 trailer. YSNet says a seemingly AI generated video circulated last week is not real. So this is what I think. I saw this exact thing. I'm gonna turn that down, just in case there's like cursing. It kind of has some AI look and feel to it. But okay, so this is the strategy. This is the strategy they're doing with AI videos to convince us they're real. Look at this. This looks like somebody's like in front of like a tablet or a TV in a dark room, filming with their phone, where the corners are a little out of focus, the lighting is off. Like it's kind of weird, and it's to intentionally make it a low quality video. So any artifacting and weird AI-ness that you get is just going to be written off as, oh, well, I was in a dark room filming the video. And so, like, some of this does kind of have that AI feel to it.
The tiger swallow style must be erased.
But if it is real, that would be wild. A lot of jump cuts. So I don't know. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. That's 4 minutes. Said the video has absolutely no connection to YSNet, and it has not released any trailers, footage, or other promotional materials related to Shenmue 4. The statement goes on to state it considers the matter serious and that it's currently working with relevant parties and preparing appropriate measures, including potential legal action. We sincerely apologize to our fans and all related parties for any confusion this may have caused. It said, we will continue to ensure the proper and accurate dissemination of information as we ask for your understanding and cooperation. Although a fourth Shenmue game has not been announced, creator Yu Suzuki has discussed the possibility many times. In November 23, he said that if Shenmue 4 happens, he wants to make it more accessible to new players than Shenmue 3, which was primarily designed to please hardcore Kickstarter backers. Shenmue 3 is set to get an enhanced edition, which will also see the game coming to Xbox and Nintendo platforms for the first time. YSNet announced in August. EastNet, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what I'm reading. But this is kind of the other side of the coin, right? Like, you have people that want these things to exist, so they'll go and generate a trailer, and maybe the idea was, if we use AI to make a trailer, we can show Sega just how hyped people are about this game. Right? And then what ends up happening is now people are mad at the studio because this wasn't real. And it's like, well, you should be mad at the guy who took it upon himself to prompt AI to generate these things and try to convince people that this was a real thing. Right? Like, be mad at that guy. And so we're, like I said, this is a what a time to be alive, chat. We don't understand the implications of what we're doing with AI in either direction, for creativity, against creativity, in place of people, using it to help people. Like, there's a lot going on that we're just not ready for as a society, and it's the same impact that social media had when it first started taking off in the early 2010s, when we first started getting Facebook and Twitter, and all these social platforms were exploding all of a sudden. Now look at what we've done to ourselves. We're all isolated, and we have our little echo chamber algorithms that just tell us, good job, what you think is right no matter what. And then it's like, okay, but now it's worse, because now most of those feeds are filled with fake stuff that's not true and annoying, because it's not true, it's obviously fake, but not everybody can see why it's obviously fake. And so here we are, where we're just gonna generate fake stuff and convince people that a thing is real that isn't. And now, do they have a leg to stand on with a lawsuit? Like, does this studio, like, can they sue? I hope so, but who do they sue? The guy that created the trailer, the guy that prompted, the AI he used, the guy that wrote the code for the AI he used? Like, it's a messy hole to go down. Like, it's just gonna be a can of worms inside of a different can of worms, right? Like, it's just gonna, I hope it isn't, but it seems like it will be. But yeah, all right, I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else. Nintendo Life didn't have anything for me today. Oh, I thought this was interesting. Former PlayStation London devs, which that studio was closed down, established new studio, Twisted Works, led by CEO and creative director, what am I reading? James Brace. The developer is currently working on its debut title, Castouts. Industry veterans from PlayStation London Studio, Disney Interactive, and Square Enix have formed a new studio, established last June. London-based Twisted Works is led by CEO and creative director James Brace, alongside Director of Operations Ciaran Daly and Director of Characters Etienne Jabour. I'm just putting extra flair on these names because I have no idea. The studio is focusing on bold ideas and new IP in what is currently a very risk-averse market. We love bringing characters to life, but we're very pragmatic. We have a commercial head on, and we looked at the market and opportunities. That determined the space we were going in and what we could bring to the market with what we had in the time we had. Man, that's a lot of words for, hey, we made stuff, but we're very cautious about making stuff. Anyway, point is, I like seeing when people who were recently laid off within the last few years are able to come together, form a new studio, and at least have some idea of what they want to work on. So this will be cool. Castouts, I don't know anything about it. I just thought it was cool that, there's a new studio in the works being worked on. I don't know how to word that any better. Anyway, that's it for the game news. I've overstayed my welcome on the internet today. I'm stumbling through everything. I've got plenty to do for work. I appreciate you guys hanging out. This episode kind of rambled towards the end, but AI is getting wild. I'm going to turn news mode off. I'm going to catch up on chat, and then we'll raid out. Excuse me. All right. So what do you have? Let's see. What if we use AI to cancel culture by tricking people into thinking it's all driven by AI? Yikes. Then we have to cancel the AI that's canceling cancel culture, and then cancel the canceller of cancel culture, etc. So it's cancellations all the way down. We may need to cancel this plan. Can you get an AI to do that? We don't need it. We don't need AI. We can just stop at any time. Anyway, all right, guys. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate all the support lately. Nice. All right. Let's find somebody to raid on ye olde Twitch. Who can we send this out to? Who have we not raided recently? That's the real question. Well, I don't necessarily see anybody. Well, it it'll be Lizzie again, because she's live. Looking at the list. All right. Anyway. All right, guys. Have a great day.
Welcome back.
I love you. I'm thankful for you. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night. I know I didn't post the schedule. I'll try to post what I put together. But we'll be live tomorrow night. Should be. Trying to work on more Pokemon ZA. If I can get Metroid Prime 4, we'll play that instead, because I would like to start it. But we'll see. I don't know what's going on. What does the future hold? I don't know. I love you guys. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Domino's